Okay everybody, so I went and put this small engine together just a few minutes ago, and it took me roughly 15 minutes to get everything all nice and pretty. So what I did was I went and put in a brand spanking new spark plug from Canadian Tire. I went and put in this brand new carburetor that I ordered online. Not to mention, with that carburetor came these two fuel lines which attach to the fuel tank. Inside that fuel tank is a brand spanking new fuel filter. I went and got inside here. I took the top and the bottom part as per my previous video, and I went and got everything all cleaned up, flushed out, washed out. All the connections are clean, clear. All the gaskets on there are brand new gaskets. Everything is clean. All the surfaces have been wiped. The muffler itself is nice, and now all that's left to do is just to put this back onto the housing and start it up. But we're not going to do that, because this part here, the shaft, what I am going to do next is I'm going to take that completely apart, and then what I will do is I will oil and grease it. You see this wrench here, if you can see it, this here goes into the adjust the carburetor. Now, as a result of ordering this carburetor online, I do not know. I know for a fact that they probably did not adjust that carburetor, the high and the low setting, so I will have to do that. And there is a way that you can do that. I will explain that in another video. What I wanted to show everybody is the back side of the carburetor, the hookup. How do you know which goes where? So what I went and did was I went and put this fuel line onto this part, and then I went and pressed the primer bulb. Boop. Just pressed it, and then I was able to find out that this one here let air out and this one here let air in. So the fuel line will come from this side and it will exit out on this side. So on this side here, on the bottom parts of the carburetor, the fuel comes in, and this is what the fuel filter attaches to inside the fuel tank. So fuel comes in here, goes into the carburetor, does its thing with the friggin' piston and all that shit, and then after it's done, it comes out from the primer bulb here, and then it goes in. Like there. That only happens when you press the primer bulb, just to get the gasoline inside the engine. So, looking at this one, if the primer bulb is attached to the carburetor like this, and it looks exactly like this, this one here comes in, this one here comes out. Your fuel filter attaches to this one, and not this one. This one needs to be very long, goes inside the fuel tank. This one needs to be short. So I'll just give you a quick look. Everything that I had done here for this weed whacker. It's clean. I like it. It's neat and tidy. And those two connections go onto the switch. Technically, I could just stick a drill into this and then fire it up to see if it works, but I am not going to do that yet. I'm getting ahead of myself if I do that. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to go and take everything apart here, this part housing. I'm going to get into that rod, that shaft. I'm going to all the way around here. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to take this head off. I'm going to grease that. So I'm going to take this part here, make it nice and shiny clean. And then once everything is all done, then I will put this part onto this part, and then put some gasoline, mixed gas, into the engine, and then I will start this up. So that is what I will do. I will keep you all informed how it works. Have a good one.